Hi everyone, Steve here. Well, welcome to another video. I'm out in the caravan because this is the quietest place I could find this afternoon. Neighbours mowing the lawn, someone else is doing building over the road there, and I want to do a review video on a product. Well, not a review, I just want to show you and tell you about a product. A review is when you use it for a while and then you go, yeah, this is how it works, this is how it operates. This one here is basically going to be showing you this product, going through some of the features and telling you why I've got the product. So let's get into it. We won't beat around the bush. I was contacted by this company and they said to me that they'd actually watched one of my videos that I did on my wiring up of my rear camera for my caravan. And they said they had a product which would probably help people out a lot better. As you know, when I did that video, I had the screen in the front of the car and I had to run wires all the way underneath all the carpet, through the back seat, under the car, and put a fitting at the back of the car. I'll put some photos and that up on the screen while I'm doing this. And it was very tedious, took a long time, and I had to do a lot of research online to find out where I could actually run the wires through the car. And it is really important to have a camera that you can have on the back of your vehicle. It really does help you out when you're traveling, especially on a caravan, so that you can see what's behind you, so you know when to overtake safely. Also when backing up, when you want to back your caravan up when you're at a caravan park or at a campsite or something like that. So I think it's a necessity to have one of these, but this product here that they've sent out to me, they actually, when they watched my other video, they said, we've got one that has minimal wiring, so you don't actually have to have a hard connection between the monitor and your rear camera on your caravan. It connects wirelessly through some aerials that are built into it. You do have to have power for both devices, but they do come with all the cabling and everything you need to power these up. You do have to power up the rear camera to a power source in your van, and you will have to make sure that you put a switch in so that you can unplug it so it's not wired in 24/7, otherwise it's just going to flatten your battery. But we'll get into it. I'll do a quick unboxing and just show you all the parts and everything, go through it, and then I'll wire it up in the car and I'll quickly demo it, how it works on the vehicle, the range from the caravan to the car. I will go out on a test drive. We're going to go away camping on the weekend, so I want to have this all done, and I'll let you know how it worked, whether it's lost picture, how good's the connection, because the company did ask me how long. They wanted to know how long it was from the very front of the car to the very rear of the van when it was hooked up, so they made sure they sent me the correct aerials, cabling and everything with the product. So that was pretty good. So let's get into it. It's Haloview BT10. This is the model here. They do have a couple of different models of these guys. I'll put a photo up on the screen. They have another one that actually has tire pressure monitors on it as well, and you can actually monitor those on the display screen that you put on your revision mirror. I didn't opt for that option because I already have a really good set of tire monitors, and it was just another thing that I would have had to wire into the caravan as well, because you do have to put a power source, like a little sender module. There's a little module that you have to wire into the van so that you can send the signal to the revision mirror thing here as well, and you have to do the same thing in the car as well. You have to have a little device to send the signal to the device as well. So I opted out for that one, and they've sent me out just the rear camera and the front mounted display screen as well. So let's open her up and we'll show you what's in the box, what you get, and then I'll go get it all wired up, because every scenario is going to be different depending on what van you put it in, whether you're putting it on a RV or whether you're putting it in a caravan. It really depends on how you're wiring it up. Some vans already come with power supply points put in, but if you've got an older van or something, or a camper trailer, you'll be wiring it up however you may want to do it. So you get 2 user manuals. You get one for the rear camera, one for the display screen, the wireless monitor on the front, and in the top you've got all your gear. There's some stuff in the bottom as well. So you get numerous power cords. You get a cigarette lighter plug one. This is to power up the front screen. So you can just do that through your front screen. You get another one with a USB-C on it, and it's got the fitting for the front display screen. So 9 volts you need to run that. This screen will run anywhere from, I think, 9 to 30 volts. So depending on whether you're putting it on a truck or on a large van that might, have a bigger voltage system in it, you should be right. So there's your rear camera there. It's got adjustments on it. It has got a little weather shield thing on the top of it there. You got your cord in the back to plug in your power supply cord, and you also get a couple of other things in here as well. You get a rubber mount, so if you're mounting it up against the fiberglass or something on your van, and then there's a little backing plate that goes on the back of there to stop water and moisture getting into the back of that camera as well. You get your display screen. I'll show you that in a second. And in the bottom here, you get all your other stuff. You get your aerials, 3 aerials, 2 for the display, 1 for the rear camera. You get a couple of Velcro straps in case you don't want to use the rubber ones if you need a bit more room. You get your power cable for the rear camera, so it comes with some wiring that you got to wire up. It's just positive and negative, nothing too drastic. There's a shorter little connection cord there, so you have your RVs already wired up. You get a little cord like that. There is another pairing cord here in case you want to use that as well to pair the device to the rear camera. You get some wipes, some sticky pads, a couple of little tools for doing things. You get screws, all sorts of lovely stuff in here to help you wire this device up. So I'll quickly go through the display screen. Now it is 1080p. It's got an IP rating of 69, so that would be for the rear camera. Obviously the front display screen is not going to be waterproof. That will be for your rear mounted camera. It's got 2 split screens in it. It's got night mode, DVR, and you can also see yourself in the mirror, like I said, if you want to use it. I'll leave links in the description to this product, and any sort of discount codes or anything that I may have, I'll leave them in the description. If I do get one earlier, I'll put it up on the screen so you can have a look at it, but just check the description out. But we'll have a look at the display thing there. Now you can see on the front there, like you can see my light in the background there that's illuminating me. So you can just put that up on your revision mirror in your car already, and don't have it powered up, and you can still see out the back of the car if you want to back out or look at yourself and make sure your hair's tidy. It comes up the top here. That's where your 2 aerials go, and you just put those on and lay them out flat. You don't notice them once they're in the car. Now it does come with 2 sort of stretchy bungee cord things to wrap it around your revision mirror, and on the top there is where your power supply goes. On the bottom there's a few manual buttons there so that you can power it on, change screens, all that sort of thing. But this has got a touch screen. I'll show you later in the video, and you can change different modes, the different screens, things like that. It looks pretty robust, and the build quality looks really good on it. On the front there is a forward facing camera as well, so that will eliminate having to have a separate dash cam on your car. This also has a dash cam, and the other good thing that I like about this product, it actually comes with a 64 gig memory card with the product. A lot of companies sell you these things, and you've got to go out and then spend anywhere from another $20 to $59 buying an SD card. This company has supplied you with a really good SD card with a product. Now, it was already in it when I got it. It's in the top there. I'll just press it, and it is a, I don't know, I've never heard of that name. It's probably just in the cheaper version of SD cards. It's not a scan one or anything, but I'll tell you what, for the revision mirror and getting a 64 gig card, I think that's pretty good. Now, the little camera, I did notice I've actually put this in the car already and powered it up and tested it a little bit, as you do. Now, this mirror here is basically the same size as the mirror in my car. So the camera is on here and it touches the glass on my revision mirror, and I went, how am I meant to see out of the forward-facing camera? First, I tried to move this as far sideways as I could to make this camera stick out a bit. Couldn't get it to move out far enough, and it looked weird. Then I realized, after I read the instructions, that the camera pulls out sideways, and then it's got adjustments on it. And then you can also adjust the camera a little bit more by moving your revision mirror up, down, tilt it left, right, whichever way you may want to move it. So there you go there. And it's got a really good picture too, like 1080p, so definitely yeah, nice looking little unit. So the reason, that's what I said, the reason I said yes to this was because I really wanted to get rid of that larger screen that I, like the screen I got in the car, it is about that wide by that wide, and I've actually had to sit it down in the console of my car because I got absolutely nowhere to mount it. At least this here you can put up on your revision mirror and it's not taking away from the rest of your vehicle. But I'll get that done, and we'll come back and we'll finish this video off. Cheers, guys. Hi everyone, well, welcome back. It's been probably a couple of weeks later since I've got the install done, and been testing it out. It's been going absolutely fantastically, but we've gone away for the weekend, so I've had a really good chance to use the camera when we're driving out here, and I'll tell you what, it has been amazing. It's been so great having a rear-mounted camera on the back of the van so that we can keep an eye on what's going behind the back of the van. So before we get into showing you that, I'll just show you what I've done. So around the back here, I've mounted the camera down here behind the back of my van, just screwed it up in here, and I've got the wiring running up through under the back of the van there. That's the little aerial there on the side there, and the reason I put it down here, that's where I had my old camera on the opposite side. I didn't want to mount it up anywhere high up there, especially with the composite board that's my van's made of. I didn't want to be drilling into it, and that gives you a really good picture. You'll notice it when I turn it on. So what you have to hardwire these. So what I've done is, now I've just used an old switch, don't worry, I've got a 70 amp switch on there. This is only to turn it off and on, so if I turn that on, it is now on, but it is actually running to another fuse up there which has got a 5 amp fuse in that. So if there is any problem, the fuse up there is going to blow. This here is basically just to switch it on and off because I want to cut the power. I don't want it draining my battery down when the van isn't in use, so that's why I've put that switch in. I had it at home, I'm just making use of old parts. So all you need, positive, negative, and you've got it all hooked up. So very simple, minimal wiring up, as long as you can find a power source in your van, e.g. battery, or run a power cord from the front of your car to the rear of your caravan, your RV, whatever it may be, however it may be wired up. Let's go inside the car now and we'll show you the monitor itself. Cheers. Okay, I'm inside the vehicle. Now I've got my sunscreen up on the front of the car here, but I've pulled it down enough so that the camera that I was talking about earlier, the one that pulls out, can see out the front window. I haven't got anything powered up yet, so let's, and what I've done is too, before, I'll just for installation, there's a power cord at the top there. I've just run the wire down through here, down underneath the car there, down through the side there, and inside here, there's a cigarette lighter plug. You can hardwire this up as well. If you want to hardwire it, you can. And I could probably get another plug and plug it into the side there if I wanted to. So you can see there that it mounts up over my old mirror. I have got it to the side a little bit just so that I can get this camera out a little bit further, because I have got the front mounted camera that comes with the Ranger, and I want to leave this other dash cam up here as well, because I like having a couple of bits of different footage. You can see me in the revision mirror there. Hi. Now, if you don't want to have the revision mirror on, you can maybe able to see that you can still see out the back of the car, no worries. And you can still turn your mirror wherever you want to get a good view out of the back of the car if you don't want to use this all the time. I found I don't have it switched on when I'm at home. If I haven't got the van hooked up, I just leave this turned off, because that's why I've got the other dash cam going, so that I can record out the front and out the rear of the car as well. If you were mounting this in a vehicle and you were just putting the camera on this and the camera on the back of your vehicle, obviously you'd leave it turned on all the time. But I'm only using it with my van, so that's the only reason I haven't got this running all the time when I start the car. But we'll switch it on, and I'll just press the accessories button here. You'll see the power come up to the unit. It'll come up on the screen there, Haloview, and you can see straight away that I've got a picture out the back of the van, and I've also got a picture out the front of the car. You can see this little dash mat here a bit. I've left it up because there's too much glare coming in through the front of the car. Very easy to set up, and I'll tell you what, the signal quality of this is really good. I'll do a bit of a demo and put it up on the screen now, and you can see me walking away from the car. I reckon I could nearly walk halfway up this hillside before it loses reception with the back of the vehicle. On the way out here on the trip, no trouble at all. Had no problem with the reception. There was no flickering, no loss of signal, nothing. So I'm very confident that this unit has got a good pickup system between the aerials. That's the beauty of this unit. You don't have to worry about hardwiring, wiring all the way through the car. So we'll go back to the car, and that's what I was just saying there. Like this unit that I had down here, you can see it's just flopping around down there. I had nowhere to put this. Look at the size of the bloody thing. And it's got all hard wires running through the rear of the car. If you would have watched my other video, you would see how much work it took to put that in. This thing up here is heaps quicker, heaps easier. Just 2 rubber clips, put it up on your revision mirror, run your power cord through, and that's it. Your rear camera, screw it up, hook it up to a power source, and away you go, you're set. So some of the features on it are the little camera up here on the front, so you can twist that around. You can see the picture. I'll just click on here. So touch screen, there's the full picture from the front camera there. So if I move that lens around, you can see you can adjust it up and down and around to get the best angle for your car. You can also move the mirror if you just want to do it that way. Touch screen again, it'll go back to the split view, then touch over here and you go to your rear view camera, so you get a full really wide view out the back of the camera. You can touch down and brings up all your menu, pair your thing. You can turn off the grid system so that if you're backing up, it'll put that up on the screen. You can turn the sound off. You can do a recording. You can go into your settings, look at your footage. So say you want to go in and have a look at what you're recorded, camera 1, camera 2, go straight into it, and there's all your different footage there that it's recorded, you know, when I've been driving. So there's a bit of driving footage there coming out of the back of the van, and you can see the really good picture there. You can see a vehicle coming up behind me. That's what I said is so great about having a camera like this, so that you can get footage when you're traveling. It's really a necessity, especially for accidents and things like that. So that's about it, guys. So the Haloview camera system, wireless, is absolutely fantastic. You can get a system with tyre pressure monitor as well, which will work on the screen as well. So have a look at those on their website. I think it is a great little system. It doesn't take up much room up on your revision mirror. And like I said, you can still use your revision mirror when you're not using the camera system. But if you want to use it all the time, you can. So I'm pretty impressed with it. Like I said, my biggest concern was the signal between the front camera here and the one on the van, but that is no problem at all. So links in the description to all the products. Thank you very much to Haloview for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. They've been really good because I've been a bit crook and had a few other dramas. Haven't been able to get the video out straight away. That's why it's taken me a little bit time, but at least it's given me a bit more time to use the product and give you a bit more informed opinion, because I think I said at the start that it wasn't really going to be a review, but for the amount of time that I've used it and traveling with it, I think it's a great product. So definitely worth checking out. Have a look at the link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Still hasn't overtaken me, that guy. Cheers, guys. See ya. We'll just go back, eh? There we go. Keep going back. And we can enjoy that scenery out there. See you guys. Bye. Stop.